Welcome to the new YouTube channel. If you haven't already done it, hit the subscribe button to follow us all season long for updates and content. So happy that you're here. It's going to be a great year.
Richard, your thoughts on the 49ers? The hot streak continues.
Mitchell, the 49ers clinched the NFC West. They get free hats and T-shirts. Woo, hooray. I got you. 6 straight wins by 12 points or more. Purdy clearly making a great case for MVP, but you know his humbleness, Mitchell. He's so humble. He says, hey, my teammate, Christian McCaffrey, should get the MVP. And by golly, Mitchell, I'm not going to argue with the man at all. Christian McCaffrey has had an incredible season, 1,800 yards from scrimmage, 20 touchdowns, tying him with my guy, a friend of the program, Raheem Mostert of the Miami Dolphins, who's having himself an all-pro season in his own right, and he better get the first-team all-pro now. It's going to be between those two. You might have to find a way to put 2 running backs on the all-pro ballot because both of them deserve it this year. What can I say? Javon Kinlaw. Let's give Javon Kinlaw some love. Eric Armstead has been down. Javon Hargrave is down. And Javon Kinlaw has got his, 4th sack in 4 games or something like that. Hadn't had a season where he had more than 2.5 on the year. Mitchell, sometimes it just clicks for guys. And right now it's clicking for Javon Hargrave. Nicholas John Bosa has had 7.5 sacks in the last 6 games, and it's changed since his boy Chase Young has come into the fold, Mitchell. Nicholas John Bosa is rejuvenated, and Chase Young got him a half sack. They won the game, but it's a big one next week, Mitchell, against the Baltimore Ravens. That's one I cannot wait for. Monday Night Football. Baltimore comes to San Francisco, and it's going to be a battle.
Well, it sure is. And this might be a Super Bowl preview. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens, as we record this, are playing tonight against the Jags. The Jags look sloppy, but they're staying in this game right now. The Ravens, this is going to be the ultimate measuring stick game in the NFL. I mean, the Ravens beat up routinely on the NFC. Richard, is this the team that could potentially stop the San Francisco 49ers?
Mitchell, I'm not sure. You know, if there is one weakness to the San Francisco 49ers that was evident in this game against the Arizona Cardinals, it is the run defense. But this is, again, without Javon Hargraves and Eric Armstead. So you're missing 2 big-time starters, not just run-of-the-mill guys that make a huge impact on what they do schematically. So if those guys play, I think San Francisco wins it going away. If they don't, I think it's a dogfight. But I mean, what else can you say about this team? CMC, so many records are going to fall this year. I think Brock Purdy's 484 yards away from the franchise record for passing yards in a season, trying to surpass the great Steve Young. I think Jeff Garcia has it. Jeff Garcia has a franchise record. He's trying to catch Steve Young's passing touchdown records up 36. He has 29 right now, so he needs 8 more in the next 3 games to surpass that, and I think he'll do it. But Christian McCaffrey is trying to surpass Jerry Rice for the most touchdowns in a single season as a San Francisco 49ers. He only needs 3 more, and something tells me Kyle Shanahan is going to be aware of that near the end of the season, Mitchell, and try to get that for him. He may even have Brock Purdy throw a pass to Christian I don't know, Mitchell. I don't write the storybooks.
Everyone loves making sports predictions, but there's a new app that's putting a whole new spin on the game. Check out Vaulted, spelled VLTED. Vaulted is an app where you can track your sports predictions and participate in daily cash prize pools. You can also show off your sports knowledge by dropping your boldest takes or challenging your friends to see who makes the best picks. You can even challenge me in my Richard Sherman NFL pool and take home some serious cash. All you have to do is answer the question and risk confidence points on each prediction for a chance to walk away with some big bucks. So download the Vaulted app. Again, that's spelled VLTED. The QR code is right on the screen. Prove you're smarter than your friends and get the Vaulted app today. Something magical happens when the third quarter ends and the fourth quarter begins. The energy changes. The fourth quarter is where games are won, where champions are made. And in business, it's where sales teams become legends. That's why HubSpot built Sales Hub to give sales reps the deal-making tools they need to win in Q4 and close the year strong. Sales Hub's prospecting workspace organizes your schedule, goals, and to-do list in one place to save your team precious fourth quarter time. Smart sequences help sales reps close deals faster than ever. With an easy-to-use management tool, reps can find, track, and close deals all in one place. Plus, AI forecasting helps you accurately predict future success, which means less hoping for deals and more crushing targets. Put your sales team on the fast track to winning Q4 with Sales Hub. Learn more at HubSpot.com/sales.
Well, 10 years ago, Richard, I would have been shocked that you were this good of a 49ers historian, but here we are. And you know what, Richard, I know going into tomorrow morning, Monday morning, you're going to be face-to-face with Skip Bayless. And I know you got to be pleased what happened in Buffalo, Richard. I know you've got to be so pleased what happened in Buffalo. The Bills Mafia, probably on cloud nine. This team is on the resurgency right now. Richard, what the hell happened in Buffalo?
Mitchell, they got the brakes beat off of them. Once more, Mitchell, because this is a flawed team. Mitchell, it is a flawed team. And when you have teams like the Arizona Cardinals ran the ball well against San Francisco 49ers. They have a good scheme. They have a good O-line who blocks, open up holes. I think they ran for 224 or something against San Francisco 49ers. Give them a ton of credit. But when teams can run the ball, this undersized Dallas Cowboys linebacking crew, this undersized back seven, they say, oh, these safeties can play up on the line of scrimmage. You got this three-headed monster that, except when teams want to just run the ball down your throat, then you have undersized linebackers, and they pick them up and say, excuse me, we'd like you to move over here. We'd want to open up a few gaps. And to the tune of Cook went for 179, Mitchell, 179 on the ground, career high. They just kept feeding him and feeding him and feeding him until the game was over. Mitchell, they were in control. And you know what's funny? Because Skip always makes this point. Dallas Cowboys lead the league in time of possession. They got beat in time of possession this game by 10 minutes. Mitchell, they beat them down, walked the ball down the field, said Dak Prescott can't beat us. CeeDee Lamb can't beat us. Tony Pollard, who? Why would you try to run this kid? I remember Skip saying Tony Pollard and CMC were on the same level. And I said, I had to check his cup, Mitchell. I know he doesn't drink, but maybe somebody slipped something in it. I couldn't believe it, Mitchell, because I was perplexed. I was vexed. I was hoodwinked, bamboozled. Mitchell, I didn't get it, and I still don't. Because when I tell you, at every level, the San Francisco 49ers are better. And you get confused in these games. They beat Philadelphia. Yes, they did. They beat Philadelphia Eagles at home. They played well. They beat them handily.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You beat Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations. You did. Those are true wins. But then you go on the road, and that's where you'll be in the playoffs. You'll be on the road, back on the road again. I don't think you'll play a home game, because if now you'll stumble again, because I think the Eagles will lose to the Seahawks this week, and I think the Seahawks are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to battle their way in, and I really believe they got a shot. They're going to go on a run. They played well against San Francisco. It just start getting freaky down late. But if they can run the ball and beat the Philadelphia Eagles, I think Dallas stumbles again. Dallas still has to play the Miami Dolphins. They still have to play your Detroit Lions. So Dallas might have another loss in there coming up. So they'll go to the 5th seed, Mitchell. And you know what that means? That means they'll play the NFC South, because the NFC South has always got the worst division champ. I'm sorry. It's just how it goes. But Dave Canales, all of a sudden, has these Tampa Bay Buccaneers rolling. They ran into a hot Green Bay team that was rolling, that went Thanksgiving Day and put a beating on your Detroit Lions. I'm sorry to say that what they did. You know, it was that moon, Mitchell. It was that moon. Mm-hmm. I told you about it. I tried to warn you. But they went and put a beating on them. But then the Bucs with Chris Godwin, who got a little bit of a public lashing from Todd Bowles, and he took it like a grown man, took it like a pro. Hey, he gets to say what he said. He's the head coach. I don't take it personal. I just go out there and go to work. Well, he had 10 catches for 155 today. Had a great game. Mike Evans is starting to come into his own. Baker Mayfield throws for 300. Mitchell, if they get hot and this defense starts to get hot and get rolling, that can be a dogfight of a game for the Dallas Cowboys. It can go from the cakewalk that they usually have in the wild card because they always get the last place division, sometimes an under 500 team, and they go in there and they have their way. But be careful with them Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It may go different.
Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We got to make every second count. With DraftKings Sportsbook, you can make the most out of every game day. Bet on your favorite teams for a shot at winning big bucks. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on any matchup. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now and use code Richard. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on the NFL. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Richard. The crown is yours.
Okay, football season is finally here. And here's one thing every fan should know. You can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. Because no, you can't get your dream running back for your fantasy team delivered with Uber Eats. But flapjacks, baby back ribs, and a cold six-pack? Yeah, you can definitely get those. Great pass protection? That's a no. Great pizza selection from your favorite places? Yes. Championship defense? No. Deodorant? Yep. A well-executed fake punt? No. Delicious fresh produce? Yes. Game-clinching turnovers? No. But pastry turnovers? You know, the kind with delicious apple filling? Oh, yeah. Because that's groceries. And get those delivered with Uber Eats, too, along with food from your favorite restaurants and other essentials. And the best part? You can get it all without missing a second of action on your TV. So this football season, stay planted on your couch and get anything, well, almost anything you need for game day by ordering on the Uber Eats app. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in selected markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Well, Richard, you hit the nail on the head. This is a Jekyll and Hyde with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they look so good at home. I mean, in Jerry's world, they're so tough to beat. They're averaging over 40 points a game. I mean, they're just beating the brakes off of great teams. And then they go on the road and it's just polar opposite. And you're absolutely right. They're going to have to go on the road. And if they do get lucky enough to get out of that wild card weekend, they're going to be going to San Francisco and they're going to lose by 2+ scores. I mean, you're going to be singing your favorite tune, Divisional and Done. And the word on the street is you might have Lil Wayne with you singing that. So, I mean, Rich, the Dallas Cowboys, and you're absolutely right. And before we get to my Detroit Lions, the Dallas Cowboys are playing at home against my Detroit Lions. Prime time, Saturday night, December 30th. You know who's 4-0 on prime time, Richard?
Ooh,
my
Mitchell?
Detroit Lions. My Detroit Lions. They always show up. So you better watch out. Skip Bayless better watch out. These Dallas Cowboys are teetering. They're teetering. But, Richard, you know who's not teetering in the wrong way? They're teetering kind of in the good way. These Buffalo freaking Bills. They're 8-6. They are 8-6. Vegas still likes them a lot. They are still one of the top dogs to win the Super Bowl, even though right now they are just fighting for a playoff spot. But, Richard, I got news for you. They're not just fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for the division still. But let's talk about this real quick. The Buffalo Bills are 2 games behind the Dolphins. But you know what the Dolphins played on the stretch? They play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They play at the Ravens. And they play the Bills at the end of the season. And what could be a tie-breaking thriller as the Buffalo Bills already won their previous matchup. So,
Wow.
So, Richard, I mean, the Bills,
Manila, but it's up there.
The Bills have an opportunity here. And let's talk a bit about the Bills. I mean, they got ahead of this early. Ken Dorsey looks like he was holding this team back because Joe Brady gets at the helm. And all of a sudden, James Cook is looking like a top 5 running back in this league.
Hold on.
179 yards. I got a feeling we got a true cowboy hat coming on here. What do we got?
I got a hat for the occasion, Mitchell, because it's all they had to do, Mitchell. Just
run the damn ball.
That's all you have to do, Mitchell. And offense all of a sudden works when you just do that. Goodness gracious.
Well, they ran the damn ball. That's all they did all game. I mean, Josh Allen only completed 7 passes, and they laid the smackdown on these Dallas Cowboys with completing just 7 passes. Josh Allen, sub 100 yards, man. James Cook, let him cook. And these Buffalo Bills, they might be just turning the page at the right time.